we had a lot of people come in that they were excited to see pinball machines, and they were excited to be able to play them again because they haven't been around for a while, at least on the island, I guess. So there was that aspect of it where, yay, we can play again. But then there's a lot of people that were coming in because they've heard about pinball, but they've never played it. So there is no nostalgia for them. It's just an experience for them. And it was fun watching them come in. They sort of like, you know, a little sensory overload, like look at all this stuff here, like all these lights, and they're like, where do we start? And watching them leave, it was amazing how many people turned around right before they left just to get another look at it. You know, they walked out. And so we're gonna be back. Hey, so I haven't made a video in a while. We've been open now for a bit over a month, I guess. It's been going really well, actually. Better than I expected. So we had particular numbers that we wanted to hit each day, and how many, and the numbers that we wanted to hit each month. And we opened July 15th, and we hit our monthly numbers after a week. And then for this month, we did the same sort of thing. So it was about a weekend that we hit our monthly numbers that we wanted to see. The overall reaction to this place has been really good. We don't have a demographic, which is really interesting. So it's pretty much everyone has been coming in, all ages. We had a really fun group of older guys had come in, and they came in as a group, and a younger guy brought them in. He paid for them, and so we had these 4 older guys that lined up over on the EM machines, right back there. Where? Oh, there, right there. And one guy started dropping quarters into the machine, and I had to run over and say, "No, Pops, that's not how we do things anymore." Yeah, it was fun. Kids, of course, love it. They come in here, they beat the hell out of the flippers, but I have sort of a, we started training kids how to play pinball machines. If you just let them go at it, they punch the start button 4 times and then they run away giggling. Or they stand at the machine and then they slap the side of the machine like crazy monkeys. So we actually started going, have you played pinball before? Oh no, let me show you. And we walk them over to a machine, we show them how to start a play, and then we show them how to flip, and we show them, like, don't slap the flippers, because it doesn't really do anything for you. And just that little bit of training seems to have reduced the crazy monkey playing machine mode that a lot of these kids have. Initially, we were kind of fighting it, but I'm seeing less and less of it now, which is cool, which is good. And it saves me having to open up the machines and fix flippers. Now, that said, we had a wall of kids that came in about a week ago, and they started flipping the crap out of Nippet. And one of the flippers, the left flipper, is they were both dead, and I got the right one going, but the left one is completely dead, and I'm kind of stumped on what it could be. So today, if I have some time, then I'm going to see, and it might actually be the coil had gone out. We also have another game we've been having problems with is Hollywood Heat. I've done about half the ground mods on it, and it was sort of like I did a quarter of the ground mods and it worked, and I did about half of them, then it worked, and now it's not working, so I guess I should probably finish the ground mods. What's your name? What's your favorite machine? Still getting our sea legs, I think it is. It'll settle down. And the first 3 weeks really, I was running around chasing problems with machines. So these machines haven't been played like they're being played probably in years. And so all the little things that might break or could break have been breaking. So it's a lot of repairs and things. But it's kind of starting to settle down now. What's your name? What's your favorite machine? I did bring in 2 new machines, new to me, one new completely. So I found a Royal Flush over kind of by Halifax. It was in fairly good condition and it was a fairly good price, so I figured, well, I'll just nab it. So I did a speed run one day, got up in the morning, ran out to Halifax. It was about a 3.5 hour drive, grabbed it, brought it back, brought it to the arcade, got it set up, got it cleaned up, re-rubbered, adjusted a bunch of switches, and by the end of the night, people were playing it. So I don't want to do too many of those. That was a very long day. And then you can see there's a box back there. We've brought in a brand new machine. We had a fun unboxing party yesterday, actually, where we didn't tell people what machine we bought. We let them guess on social media, and not very many people guessed that it was Hot Wheels. So I picked that particular machine because our demographic is so wide. If I brought in something like Rush, there'd be a whole bunch of people that, like, probably half of our demographic wouldn't even know who Rush was. So it wouldn't do, like, that theme wouldn't do much for half of the people. All right, what's your name? What's your favorite machine? So the one thing that we've encountered that I actually didn't plan on was the pricing model. My original idea was, you know, most new arcades are charging like 13 to 15, 16 bucks or whatever per hour. And I thought, you know, I don't really want to track hourly. Most people are pretty good about it, but I didn't want to have to, you know, if someone was at an hour, 15 minutes, I didn't want to go over and tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, you know, your hour's up. So I thought, I'm going to do 15 bucks for 2 hours. That's, most people are going to burn out between the hour 90-minute mark or something like that. And so they would just sort of leave organically. And it probably would be pretty rare that I would have to tap someone on the shoulder for 2 hours, over 2 hours of play. So that's what we opened with. And most people pretty good. But we had about, you know, 20-25% of the people came in and they'd say, I don't want to play for 2 hours. I only want to play for an hour, or I don't have time to play for 2 hours. I only want to play an hour. Can I give you like $6 or $7? So I had to explain to them that, okay, it's that second hour that you're getting is basically a free hour. You're paying for the hour and I'm giving you stuff. So I was trying to think of how do I stop that conversation from happening? Because some people were actually getting a little ticked off. I mean, not a lot. Most of my customers have been really, really good, but I've had a couple where it just kind of caused a little bit of a problem. So I changed it to $14.95 for an hour, and then for an extra 5 cents, you can play for 2. And that shut down that conversation entirely. People come in, and I tell them it's $14.95 for an hour, but for 5 cents more, you can play for 2. And they just go, oh, I just want to play for an hour. That's it. And my fear of having to go around and tap people on the shoulder, for the people that only want to play for an hour, it doesn't happen. They leave either before their hour is up or a few minutes after they're out. They pretty much track the time themselves, so it's been okay. But it was just sort of weird. Just sort of a weird conversation that I had to have was, you know, it's up to 2 hours. You don't have to stay the whole 2 hours. So this is something that happens quite frequently. I am just about to open. And let's turn this around. And there are people waiting. Yeah, that's cool.